Our amazing features are and using no air very easy. New phone chadie. You see, he has an incredible photography experience. Now, Techno Phantom V Folding, ne battery and what din so any and so catch it. Would see charger, Smedio within 1 hour, you have a fully charged mobile phone and intimacy for any chair. Darkman Junction, second floor on the Techno building. And what now bar Techno Phobia, a new ultra modern state-of-the-art shopper. Mobile phones are who don't need be elho. Name of the title, the American farmer of Phantom V Fold. You come and you grab one, I bet you never regret. And into you say, why settle for the ordinary when you can have the extraordinary? Step into the future of smartphones today with the Techno Phantom V Fold. For any Techno accredited show be a benwo. Now could you Techno Phantom V Fold and enjoy the amazing experience. For Techno Mobile, it was 0544 019 552. Techno, stop at nothing. Proud sponsors of the Sports Park. I can't wait for the return of the Ghana Premier League. It's up on Saturday, Sunday, and the remaining weeks till the league comes to an end. Nyamia Duma, Memenda Kwesiada Ebe, Ghana Premier League is back. Ubenya Bebia Bo, anyone Koma, and any start time. That's why I'm recommending start times to you today. Get connected. Brabeju Decoder, Udish, Ukebo, plus your 1 month super package subscription. And no enemy come for on yet. Ghana Premier League in Kwan and I'll be the start times. Your amazing kids content. Sounds so any non-stop telenovelas. Your news content your leagues be to say the Saudi Pro League, your Bundesliga, any exciting content bebribia ubenya our start times. So anything Abraham no kasedie, you just can't stay without start times. Enjoy digital live now. Open chemwa fre 0242 437888 0242 437888. You can send start times a message on WhatsApp. It was 055 35 11 993 055 35 11 993. Now when it start times at Chichin Komo, Nana Adu Josiah Quaye, support from Mutala Yakubu, Tony Bebli leading production, DJ Holy in support, Michael, Daniel, Philip, Ben, Prince, Godwin, PK, on behalf of the entire team, Yemo Bibia Kwaba, at the bar, your most authoritative and your best mid-morning sports show in the capital and beyond. My name is Nana Darkwa-Gyasi. It's always a pleasure to be here on the Sports Park. We are airborne between now and midday. Stay interactive. Don't be a passive listener. Be an active one. And into make count for say abribia or do messages about WhatsApp on 050 6367 196 050 6367 196. Your views make the show big. So let's keep them coming. Yen idiatem, yen kanzma ni so, yen super, yesua dia bribia. Once again, welcome to the Sports Park. All right, Yensa say Aston Villa, the Bediani Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, 𝐒𝐏𝐿 and now Susuna Roy Hodgson or announces say was stepping down as a Palace for coach and you know na Odiomo Ebera. The remaining games are Ebasu season. Numitenra they went into the game and Jordan Ayew Eshe first goal Edma Palace. It was an incredible hit from the Ghanaian star. And check now I can't say it cost was 6 minutes to full time. And Onana, not the goalkeeper Onana, but the player Onana. Wano etimite canon Edma Palace. Edma Everton. I can't say it na Everton 1, Palace 1. game baako ba so Spanish La Liga na Athletic Club Bilbao womani Girona and the boy near Kingston Berry na Bilbao ashe Girona by 3-2. Of course, Ghanaian interest Inaki Williams on the score sheet for Bilbao. 100 goals for Bilbao. That's a milestone by the Ghanaian Inaki Williams into Shenonson. Na Famen. Max 89.7. Arabia ono your friend Ivan Helguera semukai Ivan Helguera ono den sembia tuja wasi Mbappe ewumso bade obeba Madrid anisan enso ba oba no won fa Galacticos bia oma betwem o Madrid anyoma nhyedan koyi amomu no won fa won soso de omo aba beye no enya futu oba no omesua de amane beye ne ho akakabensem me kokoti we ene nsema Helguera what they had to Kylian Mbappe him ahead of the announcement of that move to Madrid later in the summer as a free agent. You know, Bayern Munich are interestingly discussing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a stopgap coach in the event. Say, Omo Pam coach your friend, Thomas Tuchel. Na also, I am out for you na kakra say Bayern. Momo pobi manaba be so mutim no Ole Gunnar Solskjaer no so when a quick fix. And you say be omo pen as a long term project to almost percent poseka took your car no about be some to the end of the season is an interesting development in Bayern, huh? There's a West Ham shall say come for a potential David Moyes replacement. There's a new man said on Koye and Fema West Ham, especially in the last 2 months, and into and a woman say Julian Lopetegui, Steve Cooper, and now Graham Potter say Omubako about the West Ham coach say Impo Omukopam Moyesa, and they claim they are not in the mood to sack him immediately. But Abreu Cobren, when the results don't come their way like they expect, Wombe Pam Moyes, Omupam Nenswa, these are the possible replacements: Julian Lopetegui, Steve Cooper, and a former Chelsea coach, Graham Potter. All right, there's Champions League football to look forward to later today, and we have interesting fixtures coming up. But before the Champions League comes up at 8 p.m., 7:30, City Beppers won better to Omo after that drawn game against Chelsea at the Etihad. Only Brentford, Eddie Boyni, and this one Pep Guardiola and Emranten is Biaraso on Bidi and Quinim. Then we move on to the UEFA Champions League coming up later on tonight. Empire Asia, Europe's most prized club soccer event. The Champions League is on later tonight. iconic Champions League anthem. And what you know, and check na yesi for my bedroom for so etimi ede. Omunim dem and no my drink Abba Jumedian. So the Napoli story is interesting. They have a game later today, but Walter Mazzarri is no more. And you see a team catch him say Francesco Calzona. Wano enaba befa Jumedian Eddie SC Nenaso. That's an interesting one. Now, you know what has happened in France? Somebody said MS5 has been appointed on a permanent basis for Cote d'Ivoire. And unim coach what could replace Gennaro Gattuso Olympic Marseille. Coach friend Jean-Louis Gasset, the Cote d'Ivoire for Pam no African Cup no. Yesu obi akonodie no domponso no. Obi mpe Olympic Marseille ako sign on a 4-month contract. And the former Ivory Coast coach is now coach of Olympic Marseille. The former Ivory Coast assistant coach who guided Cote d'Ivoire to win the African Cup is now the head coach of the Ivorian national team. So tonight there are games coming up in the Champions League. Inter and Atletico Madrid Eddie Boening, Sansuso and a PSV Eindhoven on Tnefi Achen Borussia Dortmund. The Sports Park. Yeah, Joe, messages was 05063671196. Nana Adu, good morning.
Nana Darkwa-Gyasi.
Yeah, it's a book on the air.
Maybe I very fine. Maybe I very fine. So, let's see we can league in the shots here. And some of the Dawson, it will fee. And European matches, it looks like attention they can say now the UEFA Champions League. Any games are about when they watching now. But when them say you bat Tuesday morning like this, Monday night's games be a course where interesting games and how Ghanaian players be performing with their respective clubs. But it be Raymond Kakakaka. I mean, here Mr. Jonatanga. It will take it to you, on for your program in the agro. After show 12 o'clock, course Ayenya, and then the Padodoa AM monitoring. No, Yinchel BBR, who is doing the monitoring this particular morning. May assure a lot will come, but my men shall seem free. And 2 games a course. The Crystal Palace game against Everton, and of course, that let's go about game. Almost no opportunity. A boy. Against informed Girona. But Obeka said almost be 2-3 games from my boy. Nama why den the ama Girona team no. And the result I started the Spanish La Liga no. It looks like almost the league in the ama Real Madrid. And the reason why I'm happy about Real Madrid situation is you do crucial moment of the season. And he said, we trim more than 5 points. Our league are uboma. Emma wunya enough concentration on the other trophies are over for, especially the Champions League. And me share even pressure. Ye interview Carlo Ancelotti. Obiko Bisano question about Kylian Mbappe. And the kwanya the buan sadan joso about say team no are on the verge of winning the La Liga, and they have the chance of winning the Champions League. Now the Kylian Mbappe questions, ever destabilize it. Press conference our year. Carlo Ancelotti was not happy about the situation. But that's now own for respect the current club of players are. Within the club, because all the other players now produce results at the Real Madrid Football Club. And the affair player be ababa next summer. This year trophies are mobile for those that players not part. Ebe subject matter. obviously we a coach won't say that you're happy about a situation like this. But I feel say Carlo Ancelotti Oppo Kylian Mbappe next summer a move to Real Madrid. It will be the biggest transfer move in some period of time. In the last few years, me yes said there was a player who making a big mover. Ebe was racing Kylian Mbappe, fine. Messi moving from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain. Messi moving from Europe to US League, Cristiano Ronaldo moving from Europe to the Saudi League. Neymar moving from Paris Saint-Germain to Saudi League. Neymar moving from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain. And then Hazard moving from Chelsea to Real Madrid. These are all big transfer stories. Yet in the last 10 years. But I feel say in Mbappe menko Metna France. I'll be the poster boy in the French league. I'll be the poster boy in France. All these things are things that I contribute to. The reason why I'm out for say Kylian Mbappe move because Real Madrid a very big subject matter to a lot of people or followers of European transfer. So me just need issues I'm out for interest they can see no. I was some of these stories. So Carlo Ancelotti obviously will not be happy when I'm out for this kind of questions or pressure. But the reason why I'm more interested is say Nana, I think say Atletico Bilbao for not picking at the right time. And we heard you more yeah. Then right near we see Girona team now to me set 3 goals past them. You are talking about our own Inaki Williams. I watched the 100 goal for Atletico Bilbao. This is a player we see account for the club in the last decade. We be some questions. All of a sudden, even after the international break, AFCON. Okoye ni impact out the area Bilbao team no mu. And then that third goal no share no was a crucial goal for Bilbao. A goal be making a statement from them say they are beating Girona at home. Because that man for say Madrid they didn't kanyabo. Barcelona they didn't kanyabo. Atletico Madrid they didn't kanyabo. Girona will go to Bilbao for home. Ekonya result be just to close the gap between them and Real Madrid. But Bilbao for the say this particular season, team about Mabo home ebenya result against them. No, you have to play beyond what we've seen this particular season to get a result. In the idea about may sure say Bilbao for no, and make sure say omudi ahwade strong could be the boss particular game. No, and eventually a 3-2 win. A win of statement can see or country we are self and say their team is back. And me share Naki Williams. Let me share Jimo more year. The Bilbao team now. No wonder they were able to beat a team. They score goals from all angles. So my member Bilbao team na baso with their result to Munyaye. On the other side, so the 1-1 draw Crystal Palace for Konyaye. Oh, the Goodison Park. That one to our own. Jordan Ayew scored the goal for Crystal Palace. Money Everton for no ball 1-1. Question of baby stand say. Your players here after the Africa campaign no. Obia kon the team. Almost give you up a super performance. Some of them are scoring week in week out for their respective clubs. So what is the problem here? Sambro Munia together as a unit. That is where they struggle. And we are sure say when you follower of these Ghanaian players when they come to their respective clubs in Europa, you'll be worried about some of these performance of players no with their clubs. But the national team they struggle. But Ninia and maybe a man for a follower of some of these games will complain about the reason why some of these players struggle when done the jersey of the Black Stars of Ghana. But I feel say an important draw na Crystal Palace for Nukonya away. Especially when it looks like a new coach na Eba Crystal Palace team rehearsing is leaving. And it say ultimately showcase BB. Actually a new coach who is coming like this is good for Jordan Ayew. In the over Crystal Palace team now why consistent in the last 5 years for the club. So also crucial goal like this will good the same Parker. A goal be I sure say a lot of Ghanaians will be happy about it because they are performing well and they are scoring goals. So I'm happy for Jordan say in their game against Crystal Palace no. He was the one who was able to score that particular goal no for Crystal Palace. So I'm happy. May you share some more performance for their respective clubs. No, Benyan Susan. So the next call up are Blaster Benya. Because Inaki is scoring from this angle, Jordan is scoring from this angle, and then the IOS. And next year my star performance for Olympic Lyon. Some of these players are really playing good football with regards to your respective clubs. So I'm happy for these two Ghanaian players, Jordan Ayew and of course Enoch Williams, for yesterday Monday night being on the score sheet for their respective clubs. So that is for Girona Bilbao game no, and of course Crystal Palace Everton game no. Me roaming into the Champions League kakra. Na mribema na behwe the stories kakra odi two dwa no. Nana in a big game baso Giuseppe Meazza International against Atletico Madrid. On a good day European night who sa fixture we are. Ade ba ko eba wo team ni say a match of a little bit equals. But this particular season, performance of Inter Milan, no, I'm almost the upper hand ahead of Atletico Madrid. Over Atletico Fono in the Spanish La Liga. In the Girona, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Edominim. Inter Milan there, almost fly very high. Over the Serie A table. But in Kawo here in recent times, Atletico Madrid moved to the Champions League final. Madrid in the trophy no. Inter moved last season. Man City had the trophy defeating them. And Zubeka said, in the last 10 years, I got close to winning the Champions League trophy, only to lose in the final to Real Madrid and Man City respectively. But in the performance of Inter Milan team more about the upper hand in their game Ebabaso Giuseppe Meazza. Reporter made from Italy and say Francesco Acerbi and Joan Cuadrado are out of the game for International. Cuadrado said a big blow because Don Fries and Di Marco in the wing back position no then was slow. Even Augusto is a quality player. Into Cuadrado rule no will not be fought that much in the Inter team. I'm not calling a guarantee starter. But Acerbi is a key player to Inter Milan. But they will still rely on the Vrij and Alessandro Bastoni. And the heart of the defense. No Messi Akai. And the Inter Milan team. Then Di Marco, Dumfries, ever for the wing back position. No. The good news they say. Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, and of course Nico Barella. All these three players are available for selection. And the man Inter Milan team no. That is a good sign for them. And to them, I added something to Lautaro Martinez partnership no. I work the more with the Inter Milan team. Over Atletico Madrid, the reporter made and say Gabriel Paulista, former Arsenal for central defender Bar Valencia, in they were signing him at Atletico Madrid no. Or out of the game. Alvaro Morata, per reporter met no, or out of today's game. Cesar Azpilicueta is also out, and of course Thomas Lemar also out of this particular game. So they are missing these players. They are the most important one by Morata. But the wet man will be to say Memphis Depay opportunity to explore in a game like this. Therefore, Atletico Madrid for in their game. Inter Milan winning the last 9 games out of possible 10 of above. Over winning 9. So it means they are on a winning streak in the Serie A. Inter Milan. Oko Atletico Madrid on the last 8 games of above lose 5. So it looks like Atletico Madrid for performance. It's not like the Inter Milan team. That is one thing I mark this particular game no. Me who say Inter will not lose. Now game bia I'm na 2.5. I doubt there will be more than 3 goals in that game. I doubt 3 goals. Because a game bia because I knockout face. Obiaba kind of 200 kakra. Obiaba conscious. Obiabaya more consecutive. Try to make sure that all my other person and consider, but try this Inter Milan team. At least the one go be. So under 2.5, a slim win for Inter Milan, maybe a 1-0 win, will not be a bad result for Inter Milan against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League game. A night be a person who have game with Besiako. Nana men kai say these two teams share in the knockout phase of the Champions League. Minister would when from our Kaibia, ma too many ashems are men kai say Inter Milan near Atletico Madrid share in the knockout phase of the Champions League. Into ye who how Diego Simeone will meet his former side Inter Milan or no social teams are or here very conservative in that department. Into Messi who how situation in Besiako. Ediama Inter Milan against Atletico Madrid. A team be a may sure say Diego Simeone as a coach. Oh, a lot of founding memories because of how or SLA Inter Milan. And may sure say one of the teams are of Atletico Madrid the best enticing for him to coach Inter Milan. So a man game no crucial here. And the man both Inter Milan and of course Atletico Madrid. So Nana, that is my prediction for that particular game. A straight win, same 1-0 win for Inter Milan ahead of Atletico Madrid in that game. PSV against Borussia Dortmund. A match there because of how this particular game be see quality. Attention inside that game never saw Holland no. PSV for them against Dortmund. Now one monitor PSV in the last year or two. Omne Feyenoord. Na Ajax for Nijiso. Holland or PSV for no. They are playing some good football. And a team or to be qualified ahead of big clubs. Group stage. Every move to this stage, you know. It means on your bad side. And also Borussia Dortmund Nana. Me sure me in the Bundesliga this particular season I a little bit on and off. Stuttgart, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and who are they no woman name kakra. I say Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga this season. So Dortmund end this form now you need to work previous times. But almost strong card in Europe and they say almost to be qualified in a group now you work in term Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle,
Milan,
and AC Milan. So in a group like this, not all to be qualified in that manner. It means only a one this room could be the more Champions League, no. And a good result in San Siro and Signal Iduna against AC Milan. Obeka Dortmund for no after PSG lose to Newcastle. St. James Park. Dortmund ko so ya ho. And the be acquired Borussia Dortmund. But we had a chance of qualifying. In Tiama, game no against PSV. Nana, both teams are likely to score in that game.
Right.
A free scoring side. PSV at home, they have a way of scoring. Dortmund so by imagine say, Brian Brass never remove to this round of 16 no. And yet this PSV team they say year free. So Nana in this particular game no, may call for a 2-2 draw. I will not be surprised. Dortmund, PSV. May I'll go for a 2-2 draw in that particular game in the Champions. So Nana, those are my two predictions for the UEFA Champions League games at Airbus. So, my menya Gattuso the other kakrebi and the more is the kakrebi na me fancy. The now Gattuso. My junior me say, or starting year Olympic myself. But later part no struggle. Me Monditano in the Europa League and all, but quite fast to qualify. Quite fast to bringing the best out of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. All of a sudden, I say Gattuso result no struggle. I'm not know about the last game in the French league this particular weekend. Last minute, well, team Brest. I saw one ya. And the man who said no, I did a Gattuso on them. Brest for they are not a bad side. Only have to score in the French League 1. But number 4 say, baby, I don't Olympic myself finding on myself. No. At least they should get a good result against them. But Brest they show one and all had the result and now I continue them Olympic myself now. Gattuso was losing something. Antentam wo AC Milan. Omo ja ne kwan. In the Olympic Marcel Antentam omo ja ne kwan. Imagine him say on one of the average teams we Italy be don go here. On some come restart it said here. This former side Thiago Motta eyo Bologna. Omo form pa. In fact this weekend omo get good result against SS Lazio. So I say Gattuso is losing something, but coach no more for Nabano. Someone recently we fairly our every call. Maybe from now to the end of the season, no, or we will be able to make a good result. And I bought Olympic myself, no, at least to be in a respectable position in the French League One. So let's give him chance. Obey. I never go to my offer. Julian Lopetegui, Steve Cooper, Graham Potter, possible candidates for David Moyes. Nana Moyes is struggle. Or you one person imagine him say, you run 2024. The result now was starting yanning it. Media to into situation where West Ham no was no. Antonio, Paqueta, these are key players, especially Paqueta. I think Sabo any prior in their game against Arsenal. West Ham winning game BIBU. So it looks like Paqueta absent no affected this West Ham team. All of us having our own kudus after we AFCON Quaye, you know. Form didn't get the same. It's not the same. Mr. Omo game during the weekend. Quaye Calvin Phillips but getting a red card in that game. You know, it looks like Moyes be or struggle with some things in the West Ham team. Sometimes change of environment could help him. I can't wait for any of these coaches to get the opportunity. Right. Lopetegui is a bad coach, but Menya can Graham Potter any other opportunity because before say a Dimoya or Brighton or whole Sabium. Chelsea is exposed in the air. But on some of these average teams in the Premier League, something good will come from Graham Potter. So out of these three coaches, Menya can Graham Potter should be the best option to replace David Moyes and Adakwa.
All right, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Nana Adu. Hi, Max FM 89.7. You can also join the conversation on our WhatsApp line 0506367196. We are active on Facebook as well. Max FM 89.7. Good morning, Josiah.
Good morning, Nana Darkwa.
Yeah.
Pacho Ibiaboko.
Adum.
Yeah, I'm here. And I go Tuesday here. And I think they need to share the UEFA Champions League games.
Sure.
In real way. And believe me, I think that this fixture could be one of the best we've seen in the Champions League.
The Inter Atletico.
I'm telling you, a year. Wow. Fixture, yeah. See, people have really been waiting for this particular fixture. Because Osha two teams ne rise to in European football in recent times. Since Inter Milan won the tournament under Mourinho in 2010, they went missing until just last season. They made it to the final again. That's after 13 years. Osha, Atletico Madrid and Swa, they've had some stints in the finals twice. They lost to Real Madrid. But then anytime Omuremu Europa League now, they find a way to win it and play the Super Cup and also win it as well. Into share two teams in now. I think that due to style of play, the way they approach games, players or more, Nana, it makes this particular fixture for me the most interesting fixture and the most anticipated one in the round of 16. No fixture in the round of 16 beats this. And trust me,
not even the Napoli-Barca game.
Nana, Nana, we are talking about Inter and Atletico Madrid. And you see, it's also due to the fact that the two coaches now here come once they have a history together. So Diego Simeone and Simeone Inzaghi have a history. What do you say they played for Lazio in 1999-2000?
Yeah.
And that's Ren Goran Eriksson. The year Amuji League, essentially Manchester United, they show more Super Cup.
Yeah.
They all play together. So it looks like both coaches they have history. And also, both coaches played for what? For Inter Milan. Because Oshe Diego Simeone was playing for Inter Milan before he joined Lazio in the 99 season. And also, Simeone Inzaghi was also playing for Piacenza before he also into share with Inter Milan in the same Lazio in the same season.
Right.
And then I'm looking at this fixture. Nana, any game ready. I'm telling you, because Oshe the approach during their time under Sven-Göran Eriksson. Nana, what is funny enough? I'm wondering how both coaches came up with a 3-5-2 system, and it looks like it's working. It's a system that is working for them wherever they go. That's the formation they play. Oshe Simeone Inzaghi during his time at Lazio. Nana, during Simeone Inzaghi's time at Lazio, it was the same system he was playing over there. Into Oba Inter, Oba J Conte team, no, nothing really what changed for him. It was still the same system. Oshe Diego Simeone, that's also the system he's been playing since at Atletico. Sometimes you know, a switch out of 4-4-2 flat. You know, the days are now or Champions League final in now. It was the 4-4-2 flat he was playing. So I'm still wondering how two coaches that played for a Lazio team and as Sven-Göran Eriksson that used to play the 4-1-4-1 formation have both landed with a 3-5-2 system, and that's what they are using. Nana, Diego Simeone and Simeone Inzaghi. And one fascinating thing about this game, Nana, will be the tactical tweaks. In there. You know, both coaches are very, very tactical. The approach will be the same. 2 front men, 5 in midfield, 3 in defense. Nana, that is what even makes this matchup so interesting. Funny enough, what we said before, Inter Milan, Omobe appointed Simeone Inzaghi. No, they tried to bring in Diego Simeone from Atletico, but unfortunately, it's America said there is a lot around this particular fixture, from coaches who used to be teammates, you know, from a teamer, because Oshe team no ball for with Lazio. Nana, it was one of the best assembled teams that ever won the Scudetto. Because that team had Dejan Stankovic, that team had Alessandro Nesta, that team had Sebastian Veron, that team had Roberto Mancini, that team had you can say Pavel Nedved. So in the history of the Serie A, that was one of the best assembled teams ever. And they won Lazio's second ever Scudetto title. Since then, Lazio in GBM. And look at the number of coaches APM from that team. Roberto Mancini is one of the coaches that we PM. Another fantastic coach, Waji Euros Neda. Diego Simeone is there. And we are also seeing what? Simeone Inzaghi. So sometimes when we talk about era, HBA producing coaches, then I think that era has also produced what? Some fine coaches.
Right.
Some good tacticians. It's a say in real game now, Nana, it goes beyond just the football. But then also the football, Nana, will be one of the best we've seen. Because I don't see any matchup in the round of 16 now ever provided so much tactical, I can't say, Nana, it will be too tactical. I'm telling you. So I'm not surprised that Nana do say, Osha, it will be an 2.5 game because goals are getting Ember due to the approach of what? Of both teams. Sadly enough, Osha Inter Milan, until they considered 2 against AS Roma a couple of weeks ago. Now Osha games on Mabona, they've only considered 12 goals in the league. Into Osha, they have the best record, defensive record in the European top 5 leagues. Now they are coming up against a team, an Atletico team, Nana, over the years. Yeka team, they've been able to slay giants in the Champions League, Atletico Ebako, under Simeone. No team, team bien who Abeka say, Nana, on watch Atletico, Bruno from in the Champions League, Abeka say, oh, one team no, a run for their money. Yeah. Even last season when they played against Manchester City, you saw how it ended. It was just the KDB goal that separated the two sides over what? 2 legs. It's Yeka team almost ding in the Champions League in the last 10 years. Nana, one of those things has to be Atletico Madrid. And they are coming up against the 2023 what? Finalists. An interesting matchup. Good for both teams, no, and both coaches, no. Injury concerns, no, and also, sir. And it's likely said Memphis Depay will partner Antoine Griezmann. Whilst for Inter Milan, Marcus Thuram will play alongside Lautaro Martinez, who is having statistically the best season so far in his career. Yeah, Lautaro. So now you keep asking, say, where would the difference be made? Difference will be seen here, Abba. Because Atletico Madrid could line up a midfield trio of Koki, Rodrigo De Paul, and Pablo Barrios. Whilst we know Inter's midfield trio, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Henrik Mkhitaryan, and also Nicolo Barella. So both coaches will be hoping, say, their front two at least can make a difference, or the midfield can come to what? Their rescue when the going gets tough. Don't forget to say Inter Milan or fullbacks, no, Nana, in recent times have been key to whatever they do.
DiMarco has been brilliant, huh?
DiMarco and unfortunately Dumfries were Dumfries, but at Inter Milan they are very fortunate. Team ni mo. Now the number of players who won bet me about wing back position.
Pavard bet me abo.
Damian
is playing today.
Bet me abo. It has some and sheda ingeden even in the absence of Denzel Dumfries, they still have players who can equally what step in, especially Pavard.
Yeah.
Pavard in put him one say obo exactly. Or Damian boom. Damian more defensive minded no. Ebo three back no.
On the wing back position.
Yes, no Pavard bought three back no.
Yeah.
But you see, that's how intelligent the coach is. Because whichever way he chooses to play it, Nana, he always what gets the best.
That's right.
But then today it will be about Nana who covers the most ground. It's America said this fixture, Nana, I can't wait. And I'm not going to miss this game. Because this will be by far the best. And you see, if Simeone should win this, say league now, is theirs to lose. If he should win this, Nana, I think they will be on a run to the finals again.
Oh, you think so?
I'm telling you. Some catchers say it's only City I see stopping this Inter team. And Nana because Inter more in the Serie A. I've told you they are my best team in Europe so far. Inter Milan this season are the best team in Europe. Nana. And you see, I like coaches who do not complicate things. They be America. Say coaching there and any consistency. It will share where I think said Atletico Madrid, one of their standout players this season. I don't think that anyone saw it coming. Samuel Lino, the guy who plays at the left wing back position for them. He's been very, very brilliant. Yeah. Very, very brilliant. Marcos Llorente too hasn't been bad.
He scored during the week.
He scored twice in that 5-2 win over Las Palmas. In Tunisia, both coaches are making the most out of the 3-5-2 system. So today the question will be, one and a 3-5-2 Nana Ebe Ejuma. Will it be Simeone Inzaghi or Diego Simeone? The 1999 teammate for Lazio. Nana, we have a game on our hands. I'll be forced to go for an Inter Milan win. And this is why I'm going for an Inter Milan win. Giuseppe Meazza, a high-scoring Lautaro Martinez, and a relatively superior midfield trio. That's the reason why I call for Inter Milan win. Say, and even if goals crying heading, the difference will be the fact that Lautaro Martinez, four attackers from two teams in the heading. Boom, Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, Memphis Depay, and also Antoine Griezmann. He has the most goals so far this season. 20 plus goals, no share. And also, may share the midfield trio now, both teams, and now both coaches beating assemble now. Inter Milan could come with Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan. Atletico Madrid could come with Koke, Rodrigo De Paul, and then Pablo Barrios.
Yeah.
It makes me way too now. I say, I want to do one then. Ejina Inter eso. And then also don't forget that this was the same Inter Milan midfielder. Nana Omuni City ball on the tire until he took a Rodri what? Stunner. Yes, exactly. To separate what? The two sides. Inter America just say it's over 2 legs though. But for the first leg, Nana, I'll be forced to tip Inter Milan to win this over Atletico Madrid. But this is the kind of ties Nana first leg ain't decided. And you say first leg no. Maybe red card guy then APM.
Yeah.
You get the upper hand, then you score the most goals. But if it's 1-0, it's 2-1, Nana, anything can happen in the second leg. And I think that the momentum too will be switching from time to time. Both teams heading. Atletico Madrid will always rely on the brilliance of Antoine Griezmann, no matter what. And you can't write them off in any game at all. When it comes to showing character, Real Madrid feel in the last 10 years now the team that has shown the most character in Champions League games is Atletico Madrid. They've had they've recorded some famous wins in the last 10 years in the Champions League. Also, on what teams are Real Madrid as a they've beaten Bayern, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Chelsea, they've beaten Manchester United. Nana, you can name all the teams. Atletico Madrid have been able to get the better of all these teams in the Champions League. So when it comes to showing character, unfortunately, they have no title to show for. But then they have the pedigree when it comes to the Champions League. That's why I'll go for an Inter Milan win. But then it will be a slim win for Inter Milan.
Right.
Now the other game coming up. Philips Stadion. PSV Eindhoven against Borussia Dortmund. This match will be a match of equals. Nana. Osha PSV. Nana, I think say almost form in the league has been impeccable. So far, the only time they've dropped points in the league was when they drew with Feyenoord. I think was some 1-1 and I'm Feyenoord there a draw here. But then since then, you look at their run in the Champions League and they've been superb. But then they are coming up against the Borussia Dortmund side that against all odds found themselves in the group of death and still managed to top the group. That's some incredible feat. Because for you to be in the same group with PSG, only AC Milan, a group, only Newcastle, a group. Now to be top group, no, and qualify for the next round with a game to spare, should tell you say they did something right. Now games like this are very difficult to predict. Trust me. Because Borussia Dortmund, you might not judge them by their form in their league. But the league form you might be mistaken. It's the same way Borussia PSV ne ball more. Need the way that advance so. The league so judge in such a match up. You might be getting it wrong. It's a game it's very difficult to predict. But then I'm looking at the players at PSV and the quality for Borussia Dortmund. The likes of Marco Reus, Jadon Sancho, Julian Brandt, Emre Can, Marcel Sabitzer. They've got some quality in there. I'm not sure Sebastian Haller will be featuring in this game. Maybe he might. But then Udim said this season, our number one attacker has been Fulkrug. Exactly.
He's in good form.
He's in some good form. And I doubt they might try to compromise what they've done. Because Oshe on my Champions League project this season now, it's been they've had some consistency. That's why the fact say when they Marco Reus they type prep. But then they've kept a good team, especially on double pivots now, where you have Emre Can and Marcel Sabitzer. And we all know Chan's exploit. Liverpool, Juventus, he's been great. Sabitzer has also had stints with Bayern Munich. He's been at Manchester United. Into I solid among Oshe PSV. I think that Maxman has to be Luke de Jong. Now, you know about Barca and Govon Sheddon Bundes out. This guy not Govon Sheddon Bundes, but since he went to PSV, Nana he's been banging in the goals for them. Typical Champions League night, where Nana anything at all can happen. But then if Nana, I'll stick my neck out. I'll be forced to say I'll give Borussia Dortmund a slight edge.
Wow.
Based on what they did in the group stages. Based on the character they showed in the group stages. This is a team that beat Newcastle home and away. This is a team that got the better of AC. They have some good players in there. Borussia Dortmund have got some good players in there. America say, and I want to say the level of the Bundesliga then so no comparatively all the to division na then it was so kakra. But that wouldn't be the outright basis. America say Borussia Dortmund bedding every week. But I'm looking at the quality of Borussia Dortmund, where it's likely say the coach could go in with a front four of Füllkrug, Jadon Sancho, Marco Reus, Julian Brandt. It's a solid attacking lineup, Nana. And on any day, if these players should give their best, even if Jadon Sancho and Marco Reus should come to the party, they could propel Borussia Dortmund to what? To a good win. You see, Nana, I'll tip Dortmund to win this one. Let me end with your 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴 Ghana social story.
Yeah.
Nana, I don't know if these stories are just made up or if there's an iota of truth about it. But Nana, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Ghana social is not a bad coach. I don't know that United this second. Hey, now you see, sometimes we say that Mourinho is being sarcastic, but for Mourinho to come and say finishing second place with Manchester United is his biggest achievement in his coaching career. Now you have a coach like 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Ghana social also repeating that feat a couple of seasons later. Nana, it's also one incredible feat for him, especially when you are fighting a team like what City led by Pep. I'm looking at what he did at Manchester United during his time, how he was able to get the better of Mason Greenwood. He got the best from Rashford, Anthony Martial, Bruno Fernandes. That front four, the number of goals are contributive. Goals in that season, Nana was incredible. And I'm sure share the materials of Moana. Because Bayern Munich they know how to sack their coaches. England, they might even make the coach feel comfortable. But even Tuchel knows it's looming. But for 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Ghana social, for him to get, if it's true, not by a force open, he shouldn't think twice, especially on an interim basis.
Yeah.
Till the season ends. Maybe that's where he can relaunch himself again, I believe. Because he's a fine coach. People do not give him the needed respect. Because during the second full stint, Nanka, on the United baby, that was when the Ronaldo, issues happened. And even he himself, Wajatum say it was a mistake going in for Cristiano Ronaldo. Because the ego was too big for him to control. Maybe he would have done something with Manchester United. And whenever I talk about United former coaches, he's one of the coaches I have so much respect for. Because tactically, he proves that he's a big game coach. Tactically, he proves that he's an attacking-minded coach. And that is exactly what Bayern Munich should go for. So I think that for 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Ghana social, I'll be very delighted if he could land that job. But then for Jordan Ayew, Nana, the next Black Stars coach, this is what Ghanaians are asking for. Oh, Nana.
They'll come in.
Debut for Jordan Ayew and Inaki Williams to score on the same night. Nana, debut was a place where Nana, you play some debut. Nana said Jordan, so everything gives you a shame.
Coach for and
I make a say, you see, we had these players and we felt said they were bad players. So what do you say? We felt said they were not good enough. But now these players are good enough.
Because they scored.
Not just because they scored, but look at their contribution to their respective teams.
Yesterday,
Inaki Williams captained Bilbao.
Yeah.
And he scored a winning goal. Nana Bisa will say, "Born there, you're more from respective club teams. It looks like they've been limited in some way. Meaning, say tactically, they ain't me exploited. It looks like they've been limited. Because your coach, 500 applicants, including my interview, they should listen. 500 applicants don't apply for the job. No, every single one should listen. We have some good players who are playing very well for their club sides. So once they are coming in, one thing they need to figure out, they say, if we can progress, if we can make progress, it's all about getting the best out of your players. We saw MS5 do it with 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄. you be extraordinary, Nana, just get the best out of what? The boys. Because once you're able to get the best out of them, Nana, you're on your way to what? To success. They should try to get the best out of the boys. Because Ed didn't say you have Inaki banging in the goals for Bilbao. No, I bet 13 games for Ghana. No, I share one. In those games, we about Comoros, we about Madagascar, we about Mozambique. No, to me, Nana, it's very difficult to explain that. And you see, for me, it makes me feel for the player. Because player now, or on the club side, they need, about national team, anyhow, especially when he wasn't born and bred in what? In Ghana. The coaches have to make the environment very conducive. And I know what's in Yamorino kind about Cristiano Ronaldo. The issues on Ninyai. See, the issues he had with Cristiano Ronaldo, they say sometimes, yeah, Bobo. Now, Madrid they lead 5. Ronaldo should be 2 bet. Now, so I see there be on Tanasi.
I didn't.
And so, or person should be. Also, you create conducive for players like this. No, you also you can't coach them. All you have to do is to what? Make him happy. And if you're a coach and you've worked with such egos before, you understand that making them happy is what? Is paramount. So just create tactically, PBB a bit member players that then flourish. So go slim bumper, born no bon any ebeji. That is all we are asking from the next coach, Papa. That's it.
All right, 10 minutes past 10. Josiah Quaye and I'll say on also the submission about kama no into Shannon so said you will break after the first batch of messages here for free WhatsApp and Facebook. Here we are. Then we go for the break. When we come back, the Ghana Sports so ebeto Bamaso na yedinujuma. There's a Mauritius referee who has been appointed for the Dreams African game. Then there's a referee from Gabon, Tangai, one NA referee for the Mediama Ali Gamer, and also Ebaso Intishan. So, Fama, let's quickly go through our messages. This one says, "Good morning, honorables. Nana Max by Charlie at the Filio presentation. Oh, Kapu. Fireman or inside Cowbell Industrial Area. Thank you." This message says, "Good morning, Max FM. Feels good to be back again. Man City is going to win tonight against Brentford to close the gap on Liverpool at the top. This is Citizen Kelvin inside UEW North Campus." This one reads, "Good morning, Nana and the entire sports crew. Although Inter Milan versus Atletico Madrid is a very tough fixture, but I'm tipping Inter to win tonight and over 1.5. I'm Evans Acoustic, listening live and clear inside Shy Hills." So see, why do some people compare players' performance at club level with national team performance when players train and play with same group of players every day at club level? You don't expect players assembled in a week to give same performance in the national team. And Naki has played with some players at club level for more than 5 years. Kofi from Kaswa, but it doesn't always work that way. If you flourish, regardless of how long you've trained. You have a point, but it's no justification for lack of top class performance. No, won't buy that one. Good morning, Nana. What a beautiful submission from Josiah on the Inter Atletico Madrid game. At Giuseppe Miezza, Inter is strong, and I don't see Atletico Madrid getting a point tonight. Denzel Dumfries played and scored against Salernitana last Saturday. That's good news. Inter 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Quay, and I do is so a buy. Still on our messages on WhatsApp. This one reads, "Good morning, Nana Max by, and I believe you are doing good. Please, any news about Hearts of Oak? I heard about some supporters demonstrating yesterday. That's the news I know about. That could be, sharing him. Any? Is it confirming official? House for the Abba. I said no, I can't want to say house for Baba Kadi. I said you be some kusuga. Yeah. Good morning, and our friends of Brentford tonight. Liverpool fans, we are watching Piaga from Achima Safo. Sadiq says, good morning to the sports crew. I'm Sadiq, regular listener from Sakumono Estate. Chelsea and Hearts of Oak are going to win their games ahead of them. My regards to my best friend, Sammy Tuga, and also my fiancée, Felicia, all inside Lashibi. Okay. This one says, good morning, Nana Darkwa-Gyasi and your pundits in the studio. Alhamdulillah for the gift of life. I'm Yaru Allah. Inside Nima Hot Coffee down. Nana, what's wrong with the senior national team, the Black Stars? You see players doing well for their clubs whenever they come to the national team, then they become something else. Nana, my regards to my family, Abiba, and my twins, Mikhail and Abdul Rahman Mohammed. Bless you, sir, and have a good day. Shalom. Kwekwa Pre says, what a beautiful submission from Josiah. Okay, you're the one who sent the earlier message, Kweku. This one reads, good morning, Nana Darkwa. May God bless you for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana. Nana, I'm not being surprised when Arsenal, you'll not be surprised when Arsenal win the EPL this season. Nana, I tip Arsenal to lift the trophy. This time, I'm Oscar, the taxi driver, Nungwa Methodist. This one says, good morning, Nana. How are you all? Today's game, Inter 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Still, Nana Adu, the master tactician. 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 from Dowenya. Where's to say, good morning, Max Sports. It's going to be a hard game, but home win for Inter Milan. Scope Slick from Santa Maria inside Antieku. Where's this Nana Sumjen Kawo? I was saying, Miko Chrome Nankese, any straight win for Inter Milan. Pamuka Oacho, Dabenako. Wow. Good morning, Nana. We Ghanaians are assembling our ammunition on all Champions League games. This year is our year. We are winning the Champions League and the EPL. SMS from Oyarifa Hotel Junction. This one also says, I'm toxic from Tema Community 9 inside Mr. Saki Rewinding Shop. Inter Milan will beat Atletico by 2-1. Nana, please tell Pablo that I'll chop her phone tonight. Hey, Charlie. Well. My point is players at club level know each other. Others' movements and abilities than national team level where players come from different clubs and train less than a week to a game. Kofi, I can understand where you are coming from. Good morning, Nana. Please, Barcelona out of the Champions League? No. I'm Shengwan at Tema, Community 25. This one says, good morning, Nana. You are loud and clear. Inside. Okay, so you're loud and clear nationwide. Keep up the good work. Jordan is a Black Star future, whether some people like it or not. Against Bagbo, Ambition Achu, Sky FC, Dowenya. I like that part. Against Bagbo. Good morning, Max Sports. Good day to you all. I'm tipping Atletico Madrid and PSV win or draw. Greetings to you all. Nana Adu all the way. This one says, good morning, Max Sports crew. The name is Action. Straight win for Man City and Inter. All right, we'll be heading for a break very soon, okay? Don't forget Chelsea scored Atletico home and away in the Champions League. Salah has more yellow cards at Old Trafford for taking a shot than United have goals at Anfield in the summer. Past 5 years. Joe, Spintex. I say, may God bless you all. I mean, it's interesting how people are able to come up with these statistics. This one says, good morning, Nana and the crew. I don't see Man City winning tonight. Inter versus Atletico Madrid is one of the best matches for the season. Nana, how true is this? I read news of Accra Sports Stadium lights going off just weeks before the All-African Games. Wisdom from Spintex. We're also hearing the same. There's one the 400,000 Ghana cedis. Good morning, Max Sports team. I'm Agbe from Community 18 Spintex. Big up to Bra Abbey at American House. We say good morning, Nana Darkwa and the crew. May Allah bless. I say, may Allah bless you all. If they break and I don't hear Max Sports, I cannot eat. Or this is a video. I want dinner now. Be saying they are Max Sports. What I say? NT PBBD. Why? Also today my team is coming up against Brentford this evening at the Etihad Stadium. I hope and believe my team will pick up the 3 points at home. Greetings to all the entire citizens. NT sanity enche na ye ko break ye bar na ye de efisem no atwao. Okay, let's do one more message and then head for the break. Yeah, bar na yeah the local stuff no at all. So I say hi Nana, Inter over 0.5 because they are a better side. I'm 5-star. I say hello, Nana. Please tell Josiah to leave we Arsenal alone. We are better than his Abonkele team. SMS from Oyare Fauto. I don't know about Arsenal. Hey, and I could do no. Yeah, we could break. Oh, yeah. It is, yeah. lesson. Wow. 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 Interesting. Wow. Right, Jadon Sancho said, good morning to the team. Inter and Atletico Madrid will be very impressive. Jadon Sancho is at Kisseman. Time check is 35 after 10, 89.7. Let's hear from Professor Minta, where technical director at Ghana Football Association. Did you media OD and in Sunsonswa at Ghana Football?
I can talk about having about 1,700 and over licensed D coaches in the country who have all been trained with the modern trend and the new trend of preparing youth grassroots players or coast players between the ages of 6 and 15. The licensee, we have run 4 batches, and each batch comprises of 30 participants. We are going to run our 5th batch, so you can imagine the numbers also out there. We just started the license B, finished with the first module. Coming next week, we are starting the second module. The license B comprises, initially for the convention, had 2 modules. 15 days for the first module, then you go out and practice for 30 days or for an attachment for 30 days, come back. But CAF has reviewed it, so now they want us to have it in 3 modules. But before the review came into effect, we had already started and finished the first module. So for the second module that is coming up, they are going to have it for 8 days and go out for attachment for 30 days and come back for 7 days to finish up. So that is where we are as of today. And all these courses have to be sent to CAF, the videos, the content, everything for approval before we could get permission to run each one of them. So that is where we are as of today. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to run any of the license A, but that will happen this year. You first have to understand what the country needs. You know, every country is different. And every course has its own level. Because every license, you have to use it or apply it at a certain level. The other thing is look at the best practices in the world, what others are doing in Europe, Asia, and other continental, associations. And then you put that together with other manuals, other reading materials, talking to other experts, getting their help and support. And that's all I did, in fact.
Professor Mita, technical director at Ghana Football Association, and I would say one also didn't seminar bano.
I say everywhere we go, people want to see me there.
It's the chance of the game.
23rd February 2024 at the Papaya Sports Stadium. The CAF Champions League, one of the biggest games of the year. Ghana Champions, Mediama Sporting Club, and the biggest club in Africa. Oh, what a game it's gonna be! This is a game of a lifetime. And Mobian Champions I want the CAF Champions League, Babanyara Sports Stadium. And we are going to no 9, wait for the episode. It's a popular stand. 10 Ghana cities, Central Line, 20 Ghana cities, pack, and the VIP for 100 Ghana cities. The game of a lifetime. Mediama Sporting Club. Everywhere you go, people want to see Mediama. Mediama Sporting Club against Al Ahly of Egypt. Mediama Sporting Club. Above all.
Say everywhere we go, people want to see me there.
It's the chance of the game.
23rd February 2024 at the Papaya Sports Stadium. The CAF Champions League, one of the biggest games of the year. Ghana Champions, Mediama Sporting Club, and the biggest club in Africa. Oh, what a game it's gonna be! This is a game of a lifetime. And Mobian Champions, Mediama Sporting Club, and the I want the CAF Champions League, Babanyara Sports Stadium. And we are going to no 9, wait for the episode. It's a popular stand. 10 Ghana cities, Central Line, 20 Ghana cities, pack, and the VIP for 100 Ghana cities. The game of a lifetime. Mediama Sporting Club. Everywhere you go, people want to see Mediama. Mediama Sporting Club against Al Ahly of Egypt. Mediama Sporting Club. Above all.
And that's Mediama's promo ahead of the game against Ali on Friday at the Babaya Sports Stadium. Mediama spokesperson Patrick Akutu was also Akasa ahead of that game on Friday.
We need the collective support of the good people of Kumasi, the Kumasi fans, to come in and triple in their numbers and then share this team on to victory. I mean, of course, we know that it's not a natural home, but the people of Kumasi love Mediama because of the kind of football that we play. I think that they've been in love with the team and the way we play today. Without 3 of our most influential players who are with the Black Stars in Comoros, Jonathan so are unavailable for this particular match. Yes, Fatah was not here, and the poster boy Nuruddin Abdullahi was not here. But this is done and dusted, like I said. The focus now is on the CAF Champions League. Kotoko fans, Afro fans, Kumasi fans, we are calling on you to rally behind this team to make Ghana very proud.
Patrick Akuto Ekasa Emma Mediama Sporting Club on the Central for Chichin Komo ahead of the game on Friday a make or break. A win for Mediama gives them some hope of qualifying to the next phase of the competition. Then on Sunday, there will be another game involving the Ghanaian side. That's Dreams FC versus Club Africain. And no a CAF Confederations Cup. And no Basu Nyame Aduma Kwesiada. Dreams, they look to be in a very comfortable standings. Ushe group now, they find themselves in Group C. Womu 9 points. Club Africain and Dreams don't about Sunday no. More on 9 points. Interestingly, the only game that Dreams have lost in the competition was against Club Africain in the first match of the competition. If you Dreams have never looked back. More on 9 points from 4 games. More Abrantia Freno Issa and LED goal king chart with 3 goals. So Club Africain on 9, Dreams on 9, Rivers on 6, and Academica also on the shipping boys of the group. One more any points be a cry. Yebe boy Red Dreams are so enche. But there's a Black Queens so no only on first training session ahead of the game against Zambia. Nyame Aduma Friday at Accra Sports Stadium. Na Nyame Chade FA now announces say that game a free entry. It's free entry on a Friday. Okay. Enti Shannon so said Nyankopon ya aduma Queens any Zambia game no a free entry on a Friday. So that's about it for that game between the Queens and the Zambians. So Sinra I want to training ase na coincidentally on the ball match na numere into on training sessions in na ne papa ma I was a kaya numere na yenya ntia say Sports Authority for the ECG car. In TCG akwa kania mu stadium. I say car omo de no cry. Ejiji ko be a bebe 400,000 Ghana cedis a enunti no. Eye ayo na akwa Black Queens because omo ko training no dressing room a kania ni ho park no so ebedu anwumre kakra sum ne beba no na eno so ha wo mu. Eno ne yapese ehwem ne ebusa say efiti na akwa kosi fiada amaya ne bebo ball no. But there's something more also pressing about the Black Queens. So when we say Black Queens for a domoka bonuses, Ananwa GFA meet the press. Ananwa GFA meet the press. Oh, come on, say only to just say only about to come on. Say ansana a man besia can fear dano. You bet your bonuses na mo. Mabesin them bonuses ne my. Yebusa, what happens to the Queens ahead of the game against Zambia on Friday? Max 89.7 live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. Ubitimi Edward Jinchena Bar on 050 6367 196. Okay, Nana Adu. Yan shall say ansana yebekwa omano so na.
What's a good balance a dozen? I didn't say not me pay prof interview now boy, you know. That's what
Professor Minta.
Yes, Professor Minta.
Okay.
Well, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yebeko back to Professor Minta, but now let's go to the head coach of Dreams FC, Yera Abdul Karim Zitu. Sunday is a big game. Sunday there. So how much we mini match the crossing will be because and confirmation on one share on one share until once it. And we need we are will qualify. When we need crowd, they still have a chance of qualifying. Hi, good morning, coach. Good morning, Coach Zito.
Good morning. What you saying?
Oh, Eradi Adu on patch yourself somewhere.
I'm not do more.
Pacho, anope me ba me hu yi internet no so say as a hu bata blaster coach in sem no.
I have no idea.
Oh, is that so?
True. Nana so the remember. You be a mechanic. I have no idea.
Now, I don't want to say Udin bata. Are you surprised?
And you know what? Because when you look at the criteria of the Abano, I'm not somebody because the way I'm trained, we always want our work. Jumano ekasamaye. So I mean you be a near boastful and I'll be bizarre. So seriously, Nana, most of the sports journalists don't see the good work I'm doing. It's a fact I'm telling you because I don't talk. But yeah, there are so many radio stations. When you tell them bring 5 good players in the country, what more money do you really? Several, never say. But it's because there are some industries you have to make a noise. Why your noise here? People don't see you. People do forget you. But there was a time I called one station. In fact, then when the bounce, that is how it is. So
after what you've achieved in recent times, I remember the big one was the African Youth Championship 𝐒𝐏𝐿. And Africa, what making history by leading, a team like Dreams FC, with all due respect, unknown team on the African continent into the money zone of the Confederations Cup in their first ever attempt. Over sometimes, you are not celebrated enough.
Yes, it's a fact. Because Osha and an American, I didn't apply. No reasons. But yes, I have my reasons of work, but not because I can work, not because me doing it. But there's always a day for every person in life. Obia no you na okuta blaster. But yes, you more than more na ya push you. This is how it is. But it's unfortunate that this era you we when the moment you are okay, let's be very factual. Those of us affiliated to 𝐾𝐂𝐊, we are victims of circumstances. See, to be honest with you, look, I was here, one of the TV stations said Karim Zito afraid under 17, which is wrong. I'm not the 17 coach. Now, and when you was reading the names, Odu still believe Ebio, but in that list, there's a club that have 4 players. He didn't say a word. Look at the injustice. So, Nana, they say it's still cool. Because what I hate in my life is insult. The man Papa would now over the Matama. If you are sure, I said you, we are back.
That's true.
But yes, so I can't do that. But why can't I do it? I can do it because the Biama do it. Papa no amuhaya ejina omadu omudi na ejina na madunu
kware.
Yes, because ever since from school to today me nya adwuma bi aka ball and me obi a mission at all the time ball in team akọ Europe 11 times and yes me ko ya adwuma o me ko sua ade na maba makọ abuchiri fo aka say won munyam yanka me be coach ma 2 places Holland and Germany but still cool kaka.
Right. Now, Bacho, FA Cup no unya Obasanji.
Well, media, you see, the head is overloaded because I'm thinking of the league, I'm thinking of the current FA championship and then the FA in Ghana too, we are contesting. So we are playing. Yeah, boko. A drubebia. A bit pajamia. I'll tell you. But for now, yeah, boko. What do you say? Yeah, boko. And you know, yeah, benhwa. Then I will know what to do. For now, I'm preparing for the African answer because Osha, we may break him Kolano late because of the outstanding matches now. You know, and you know, one mobile and say I drop a crash, so I'm fighting hard to bring them up in terms of match fitness. You know, we have only some few days, 5 days, until we are preparing.
So Obakase league ya break ye how kakra sunset you need competitive games to check your match readiness. Now you're breaking acquire normal training and friendly matches. Has that affected your preparation? And I said
Nana, seriously affected me. And I mean, you are dealing with human beings. You are dealing with these young guys who are yet to know they are footballers. If I said they are yet to know they are footballers, it is the attitude. Because as a player, I don't need to tell you sleep. I don't need to tell you there's a time for food, there's time to work. I don't need to tell you this. And then Ghana, the moment you take the boys to camp, so one could do on phone, one better could do 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, no. I remember I went to Kumasi to watch a game to scout some team, and I may call one of the teams, and I'm saying, "Oh, I'm so one more clubhouse. I'm so more clubhouse. Okay, TM, you bought 11 o'clock. My message, when the 11 hit, he gave the message, and they all replied. Imagine, and over the park. Obiandai, into number born 8:30 and a park. Mikachens of Belusu. And you lost the game. So you see, that is why I said, who are yet to know they are footballers. In the we look at a Drubabi, Emma, a Brenuko, Kolano, like when I prepare against Bofakwa, that preparation. That was the last. I didn't train against the very good stars. I didn't train against Karela because Nian Musa no. Semedika kraka ukura mehawo. What he has here. So this is the knowledge. Minya 3 good matches. I train for only 3 days, and then I play all the matches, and I had 7 out of 9. Well, so sometimes if you don't read, you don't pay attention to your players. You may overload them. Then you go there to the front, you don't get what you wanted, even though you felt you've trained. What I say, because seriously, financial issue, Ghanaian coaches and Ghanaian clubs, because so over starting league, four good matches, camp the boys, give them good food to eat, monitor their rest. Do this, and then you see that you get a fine result. But this is a case where Obiaro Kofi, me see at the dressing room, so one more near Brea. This is the problem we are facing. What they are yet, but some of us who have played to some level, the mama look, the beer no say, Wabobole we are too.
Wow.
Hey, papa. So what you don't know. Because if you waste your time, who I want go school, papa. So now who are they? Sometimes when we see our miss, it's very pathetic.
Wow. But with this Dreams FC team, after 4 games in their maiden appearance in the African Confederations Cup group stages, we are second on the table with 9 points. Same points as Club African. The difference is African have got +8 goals -6, and Amomo +9 -5. So that's the only difference. But Jomi Museo, Wakasa as a coach, and you be a modern boy team na bono, ayo one, and I say normal mao.
Oh, maybe Yabobo na Adu baby said. And coaching, so I did not just meet it on the way. Somebody saw the talent in me as a future coach, and they advised that that is my own father, Coach Ibrahim Sunday, that he felt I should take the coaching job in future. And me born in 1988, my first introduction. Oh, Kumasi. Whilst I was still a player, and some of you could me free Ghana Kobo I want to buy. So I have all this vast experience, and at the end of the day, me I'm a name godfather, so SCI or Coach Agi. So it's like fully have the knowledge and the way to deal with the young players and specialties. You know, I wasn't surprised, but rather it makes me very happy. It makes me see what really is in me as a coach. Because do baby me kabibi and timase. You see, the players I'm having today, some bigger clubs will never use them to play Africa. But here we are given cup. Now, and then you see them, and they are excelling, they are playing. From the beginning, there was the frightening stage with Tunisia, and it wasn't a joke at all.
I remember, sir, menu din komo ananu kumase na menu ni alaji, and I din komo na o explain it me say ehono. I say stage in the man and yoma basa, but and confuna nka se bisa say na mu free for na mu ni omo bonetary say ba moniti na o mu ahye omo so me bisa o ko game mu kwesi ade dey no waka chemrante no.
This is a must-win game if we want to make, though where we've reached with our standard as Dreamers and Kanyaboni, but it seems like if we add a little bit of effort, especially I look say the game is in Ghana, at least when you do ufi, at least so we be na ochese obitiwa be. And this is a must-win game. I told them, the moment we are able to win this game on Sunday, it is one leg ahead of progress. Then we see the rest will be decided in Nigeria. So I think so far so good. We are working seriously towards that. I mean, as I said from the beginning, the match fitness now. Yes, we won 4-1, all right. But I know, say, when you are coming from a place like Afina Ubuabu, just definitely the match fitness is not there. So Amakra China I will play, and Friday I will also play before the main game on Sunday. Just to, in terms of the physique, and then it is there, but the flexibility in the game, you know it. Definitely, it originates by in, but the flexibility have to come in through much games. We are working on it. I'm sure, sir. By the time I will do Friday, I will do a last low profile match.
My question is whether it's got to do with individual players, sir. And I didn't come out about the absence of Adade and the versatility of McCarthy and they need to right back now or born Kama. Dreams have also relied heavily on John Entry with his experience, but the star boy of the team and Kasa Issa. Any able to say nay, I think Issa someone under 20. So as a young boy, I know I feel no sorry kakra. How is he combining the pressure of representing Ghana and also playing for Dreams? And finally, and when I'm saying Gael, as when you call up to the Benin national team, about African games now. How are you coping as a coach with all these developments around your star players?
Okay, I think the concept of the team is there. We are developing these boys to change their lives. There are many players who have gone outside the country applying their trade, but Dreams in Yare. What you say, and we are happy, sir. At the end of the day, your team will be live. So, you'll be we are not stumbling block to anybody's achievement. Only Collins, Makola Vacuum.
I'm a kind of.
When we were to go to play, we can Africa. which nan is so to kwan. I agree, say uncle. And it's not there. In Tusha, all the African caps now, boy. Only Kuma, only still our butcher or buy, or that should apply the trade. And you know, when guy, the buyer, I told him, you want to go? Yes, go. Because once you know, you bet me I have wow. So what you say? And you know, Saturday, na me man call with the acceptance from the management team. We all who say no, my block boy any chance, your man call. So far so good. We are on it. We are trying, you know, as a grassroots coaching and developmental coaching. Yeah, no, we don't fear to put in anybody. The way I'll do to you, Kekeno, over to my boy, because let me do what to give. I will never call your name if you made a mistake, because I know the tempo and a baby are open. So that is the encouragement here. Mediman Korano, Mount Suko, no kobo. You see, when the second division player, my fan this year, Wakobo Africa. You see, and was celebrating, we said, yeah, or no pioneer in there. That is it. And then entry you talk about, yes, entry, the experience of entry, you know, a boa club we need. Sometimes or breakura the jam, because every teamer, meaning bebo, not on himself, we have a player who wants to play for the Harleys and so forth. They will draw a strategy against him. What they are saying, you know, and that strategy may also help us because Obe pull at least 3 players around him. And just what me born or not to me lay pass. Well, I wish you were do just last Sunday pass out the mass as he shall go. Because they all came to him and I think withdrew himself or the ball to as he didn't go goalkeeper. Wow, imagine that. Goalkeeper players who crowd is and what Jan see. So seriously, both on and off the field, we are benefiting from the experience of NG.
All right. And the coach, they say Confederations Cup, no, Ubeji, and we should take it one step at a time.
Yes. My big catcher said, we are playing. You see, I don't rush in taking decisions. But if I'm able, I don't know who I'm going to meet during the semi-final win and quarter-final. So then I'll start making my mind. But for now, all focus is on the AFCON, Africa FE, African winner of AFCON. Because it's the most important of all the training army on. Because this is a case where even reaching the quarterfinals is a plus in my life, it's a plus in the life of Dreamers, it's a plus in the place.
Coach, hopefully we'll meet in Kumasi on your final training on Saturday. Nyamisha will be brave.
Inshallah. Bye-bye.
Bye. One of Ghana's best coaches, Abdul Karim Zitu, and I'll say, the time check is 11:05. Morning of 20th February 2024. Max FM 89.7. Now, Momi Sports Authority no mun kodin komosi ya transi boy. Transi. Na yeni adana ya uzume na u friends ome. Yeni komo for kanani etwam num na yenwe de ekoso Nana Adu.
Yes, Nadaka. Now we start to Professor Minta, but interview now my first I'm starting free home.
Now you obey.
Do the obey can we hear mum?
Daddy.
You know Kobe and so here. It's Mr.
I did
Mr. with the
we are not working. Enjoy. Why? You home.
Indeed. Me heard the situation and there find yourself. Nothing say Abdul Karim Zitu akasa. Asemba kwa okan ya me ne ya adwene paa ye. Oye adwuma bi wo krom ha. Ba kwa ese ne din no enni soro saa wo was saa aspect no one situation no me kind and say as last year ye pe youth coaches a omo coaching kwala akọ the next level akọji omo nimdie I think it went on in France Africa on a fan enti Codzito yen ha na anytime bia de pe result say team na qualify for World Cup say team na qualify for Africa and the new assess coach be say oya dey with youth level it's not always so kwan ya obefa so abatete nkola na ma otena bia hu say akola we ofi papa we nsem akola we ofi coach we nsem echire ne so baba mfa so ama ne national team eno na so sen say ode na 17 age trophy because oye developmental coach first now ko England no na Spain no na ade na winning na 17 hu hia omo saa the only thing say anytime bia no omo pass through that rounds no na anytime omo ba mfa so e mo na national team no but the day has to kwakwaja na 17 kwakwaja na 20 anytime ya na oje you can win it but the sum mfa so you ebeto bedu so unqualify but so ba mfa so so upon the father 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊 no wa pass through the rounds baby you can touch me here my godfather Samade obi kasa me bi ni Samada you know where he's coming from na adakwa so obi kasa me no obo papa ne din bata ho a onni me be pa ku pie free ye inti kodadum 𝐏𝐿𝐿 ewu baby a imagine him say underrated in this country
that's what I also think
imagine him say inti nkande ya coach Ade ni ho coach Afani ni ho coach Betadu ni ho yeah but what the next batch of coaches are oh my god one in the last 20 years papa dey friend to say odi ni din ka ho wasom aye adwuma me feel say we coach na 20 coach na 17 what the blaster many problem with it what custom my blaster head coach many problem the only thing be na mampe e be na mampe and this about for young coach for the blaster abaka so an assistant and be na mampe but the level na there and the blaster how many ebo Fatayo Shaku these are players from fan and sem Kudus Mohammed Kamadin and Esmiama. These are young players. They will get the best out of 𝐿𝐿𝐿 too. My man found on so. Or say some of the outstanding games ne ka ho. Emma a lot of games. And the young guys they bomb more matches. May you sure say yes, South Africa be start combining with the second round now. Be more intense for these young guys. Why you more dreams in the womb? In the summer, you said they were close to signing Kelvin Osiesi before Bahas. Now we are partner Gailu. I'm a captain. No. Now later on, we could pay more heart to folk. When you first almost spotted talent from afar, and you're back, every year Juma. Are there back or Abu no?
Unum Gael. I remember I said, many Gigi Kagael once one day. Gigi show me news and say, hey, me stubborn. I'm so me stubborn. Me, I don't need a player to play more than 2 minutes for me to know he's a star.
More than 2 minutes?
No, I don't need it.
You don't need more than 2 minutes?
Debbie.
Wow.
I don't need.
So the basic things a bit back when it touches.
It's my intellectual property. Means me Tom out. Means me fair mouse. What I say, guy no or a Benini boy.
Yeah. I don't know. Say your friend war.
Benin team about African games. Okay. He scored against Kotoko last season.
So I didn't think a fair player from Dreams still believe for all African games. They are news.
No. I won't say. Boy, no.
Yeah.
Proper number 9. Movement. Touches. Reading. Charlie Jai. Your friend Gael was civil. Now, I'm surprised, say, do don't know any corner, but I feel for Gael because Gael can join entry and man can born or be brave. Join entry by it, why very limited by
it. So Papa said the reason why very important.
He's a coach on the field.
Yeah.
But Charlie, this Gael boy, Jai, on him bought too much.
Now, person will be a car sell. Who's the who sell to say no? All the person who example our the man. Someone who tell me say, Papa they can say
Gigi Bissau.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, me said half time.
Yeah.
And I'm Kobe say, young Kriyarunga and I have to. Mzan's boy will free. Mzan's a crowd will free. For no so, will free Benny. Now boy no, I'm gonna buy or train one day. And omunya go ahead actually. The manager of London, my friend and dream should sign him the next day. Me, I saw him in a game situation. Now me want that. I saw him and I'm like, damn. Player be say wow. So I'm not surprised the Benny guys have called him.
I'm a friend, no.
Yeah.
So Nina very important and that.
Oh, maybe more dreams on your starter.
Yeah, because of John entry.
And then Ejenim.
Yeah, just Ejenim watching. So I'm sure Omunya no omobo a year or two be kahono no more mature more. That is why Ubisa say dreams nya FA Cup Robesanja. Na me happy about it because me phone say per what year was why in this confederation na yekoshi. Or sounds to the FA Cup, no sounds to call next season na ni team no mbamua oba mature. O dey me be free munko. What starting the stage na there. What ba be say bia o say dream standard ye ho. Now the wrong situation no. Was the FA Cup or FA kind of saying confederation. But what they did the previous year, oh they my players 1, 2, 3 being free mu. Was started standard be at 12 say about say 100 dreams here more. So me want to say this to aye juma and then start to me do some pempen so we. Now what kind a lot about more preparation on here for the Camp African. And I was happy say what they said the only team they lost to and no more weekend way. Nana umpo so our group no 2 of them qualify. Club African, Dreams FC, Rivers United. And Dreams in say Oluso game where weekend we are the chances near low because the last game no all Nigeria could share Rivers United. Or no so Rivers United no home no the 2 games our body na we win. Na team na wa Angola no omo nyina akọ ho no bia kwa peke 3 points. Na number situation no. So on him say Oluso to Club African and the chances near low. But pending come no or what do say they can qualify into our journey in advance. A crucial game and may I just say your body up towards the weekend. You benya daja could deep player for player. One we are available for selection. When you remember first we are picking the maximum win. But they will come back and say we will need that support for them. And we hear pan. You may hear some support no. Eddie Amomo, especially Dreams FC and Mediama weekend game way. Dreams chances near about 75%. Mediama then 50-50 there. But Dream chance in the show. And I'm happy to say Adu Kazito no after a lot of things about the Dreams of preparation ahead of the game of Monday Cup African this weekend. Nana Obo Mediama boys kaka.
Hero bro fura kutu.
Yeah, me say me raw ho ansa na maba Prof Minta Queens and sensem no any NSA sensem no. Nana we game ni a difficult game. But I'm happy say almost say the last game of Obo Kumasi nti. Omo de da supporters nasi. That is what matters so about for no. Just to make sure say a lot of people will go there and support them. Now make sure say that game no it's makoso. Inti media preparation.
The girl should be who?
Very important. I'm happy for it. Able to mabaso. Inti me sure media game no. And no preparation no. Media et minya sa win against Elalia. How much chances near high? Because sa outstanding game na Belouizdad. And Elali no. A course weekend ending in a draw. So now in that group, na say bio. Because by that, any Ali the board draw no. Group na say bie. But for Mediama to beat Ali in Kumasi, a tough game. So that game is not just a football game. I able. Because the best club appear from Africa. Hano. No mobile Kumasi weekend we Friday. Intimate say as time goes on, na ye Quaye me ye ben day no. You better build it up, players available, but means I won't depart or you fully fit a new dean.
Oh, fit.
Or a fit on.
Yeah.
And this time it looks like number to baby place. Unipa.
Jonah.
Showa.
They brought him there with him, but I don't know whether he's qualified to play in the Africa or not.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Yes. No more for former player Kokoi.
Fatau.
On social means about my available there, but I think being weekend and I preview game now. You been that Abraham deep.
Right.
They are here situation to be a Nana. Papa Mintakasa. And me pedewea what didn't come about the new office our budget. Anyhow, I'll prepare the home for the new office no. Because from what I can tell you benya bronia or the DNA by yi. Ni akasa inde wo na be hye ho a enye adwuma ato a. Adwuma kase. And me de say ono so nya adaje. E body up the time. Esua ade and oti akenten. Ebe work under lipet. Now they will take you over. So he knows the way around that area. And I feel say how important obey my directories no. At the next level of our football in the next 5 years. So a very important say what can say me go ho kwan mo fa so a coach say prepare mo for mo badges. Lancing D course or mo prepare to ho. The only thing I mean and say number say ko address here. Yeah lances e a chedana. And say they 25 years old. The last time I lances say okrom ha 25 years. A lot of coaches hope say. You be no opportunity I lances say no mutuma akwa omo de.
Yeah.
So you try around the same number of names of coaches here. You from no. So coaches will be interested in that. So that means as time goes on, that you no. You better address that particular issue. So I'm happy to say about this kind of things. Nana, this is a week where one of these days, no, me pass through I can post them correct. They have coins and prepare. Me nyan say so many full house.
You'll train today. Wait my corner.
Menyan and so many full house and foreign players, none of those players in here about do are more prepared because Nana. Wouldn't you say, yeah, bought Queens Nabaso, bought Nora Basso. By game when come to make 3 idea of my shedding negu. Wouldn't you say?
I think this is their biggest game.
That is their biggest game. Nora by a more Africa. Or by that team name to man qualify already. No, but prepare for this Olympic game. Into the last outcome, Ghana and qualify. But the run of games were bono. The numbers never. So be careful, say something good is coming from that angle. But at the couldn't make Julegu when Zambia beat us. Our class sports stadium. Friday, many other preview game no. But my first idea Ghana for money a game on Friday. Minister many divided attention.
Free entry, huh?
Free entry.
There's been a game involving Ghana and Nigeria. Now, MIDAB, it was a qualifier. I think it was for Olympic Games and a World Cup and a BBC.
Don't mention what I was saying.
Yeah.
It
was on Val's Day or something.
Yeah, it was one of the holidays.
Yeah.
I'm a higher game. So, support from here. We are Friday 5 p.m. Friday, so be a traffic room. Into whosoever across Sports Stadium, no one delay traffic. After game, the 7:38, no. Utisi Kroma, Adichia Ungwejima. What I say. So, the support na Ghana for here. Many football association adapt some strategy because about mama girls many support. The various schools try Osuhesian in Yinano. Ebi as ambassadors be. Oh, never for student girls need be equal to the market supporting and man something I think about my boy a game no. What I say. So, my first support na money here. And that is one thing now. Yeah, bomb pine so much that maximum support no. na more preparation no intensity na edwan there akosoro and me hwe the squad ni mu and the players we invite na Black Queens team ni mu ayefe. The good news is that Genetagiri is back into the team. Their last game of boy no injury into one be bad or back. He's our best defender Krumha. And I force say Nini at the back where bet my boy Nora team no in preparing for the game against Zambia. Zambia near exposure in the last 2 years. The last Olympic Games, I'm and then almost striker Barbara Banda, a couple hat trick, no, or a part of the squad again. I'm call World Cup, no, name to me in terms of, but Obi have no opportunity. I call that Olympic game. As I call World Cup, the needed exposure out here in the last 4 years with my aqua. So me believe you say to me Zambia for the film qualify for Olympic Games, sir. A man left here image in terms of women football. Now a lot of Ghanaians in Paris on go. Ibrahim Tanko team to man qualifying. So your last hope ani. Tebeko Paris your last hope ni. Josiah Mutala Mbeko Paris your reports the aba. Your last hope na your Black Queens. So support bi omu hia bia Ghana for share the mom. Support bi omu hia bia the ministries and some of the mom. Minim say issue about bonus no. Still,
they've not been paid.
And I'm hoping so. It's good news. They would need a sound mind.
The chairperson
in 48 hours before the game.
The chairperson of the Black Queens Management Committee made a statement in Kumasi during the Meet the Press. Said, Ombecha before the game against Zambia. And about 3 days to the game. Yanteshi, into Madam Chairperson, gift your worry. Mensa, one can you visit Aqua could do hefa.
Very important
because you see,
Aqua should be tomorrow.
My advice to these people, one more year football, specifically one more manage Black Queens. No, ne say, I want more for Ghana for Niagara because Ghanaians are discerning and very wise. And na sebi, nobody. Okay, including the chairperson, the coach and the players, any GFA no,
any ministry.
More biadwin say money will be motivation to win on Friday. Because when you do you know what they intend to do? And I'm saying that it might backfire if they do that. They might want to pay the money to the Queens on the eve of the game. See, remember classical example. Money can say mana bobo money canoe. They want to pay the girls a night before the game. No matter catcher so they motivated the girls enough because they paid their outstanding bonus.
But that time and they are wrong.
Adam could adre tie. O de meka unchamka. Mkoye juma foforo ama o. O sekana o de me dada na uchiame anu na enkranhya me de kwa juma foforo no. Ade na unchamka. Na unsa meshe me boss me nkoye juma na obesam.
The girls dey pay finance job. No.
Let me tell you something. No, I'm saying that Kwani Enamso no is a destructive part, right? The night before Ghana versus Portugal in the Brazil World Cup of 2014.
Yeah, Mekai.
Yama player be $100,000. Omuja park no bobo.
No more than $100,000 at the hotel.
So you want to go to the Black Queens Hotel on Thursday night, give the girls this money and tell them to go and beat Zambia on Friday. Next Canada hotel them. Now muja crash posted on park no so bobo. Omusika that demo Labadi Beach Hotel say one. You think it's recipe for victory? They should rethink whatever decision they want to take. That's it. I have food too.
To be honest, and Achakra should be tomorrow. At least 48 hours before the game, the girls should get the sound mind.
See, it's a crew mama. Ya wade nyumre yefra near their shawunsa. And these girls too, strangely enough, they'll be excited and they'll be thrilled by that. And it gets to their head and they're on the pitch.
You promise you almost say, later on, I will be a lot of fair.
I remember.
Now, small girl back, young girl, bear 16. Oh, beside my partner say, now you see, I was saying, I'm a lot of fair. Now, your school fees in your bed, Chrome Hano, or I didn't motivate you to be money. So Akola was 17 or was 16 on him say me con national team my brother but na improve.
But me so make you say, okay, money is not always the motivation. Make you say, who come Black Queens for ni?
Time no.
Eka odi omo ne ya wada nyumbe na so omo nkobo bo fiada no mo nsha.
Time no.
Who that down?
How much money are we looking at?
My say some of them can $6,000.
$6,000, yeah. To qualify games no.
Imagine
qualification bonus, right?
Yeah, local games here more boy na a night before game see crucial game 160.
Na than the hotel room.
Na a night before game say one man is $6,000. Nana.
Na that hotel.
That or Olusu or win you.
You know what I'm trying to say.
I think that this is something that they really
a strong point.
So what I say because ska win ye enye scamum. But to some of these girls,
it's capable.
Tio, Yamekano, Yameka.
Omo abo chenye is kamo.
Yes, and I'm saying yes, I'm only saying as compared to what they've done in recent times. The Black Queens. Yes, and I'm say as compared to what they've done in recent times. So what I say because even when we want to talk about the rise of Ghana football, in the midst of all Ghana football is there in Nyama. Nana, we look at the Black Queens and we feel like there's hope now.
But you see what the point I want to drive at is that that 6K for these girls is huge.
It's huge. Yeah. And I make us say, I don't know in that context say
it's more than 70,000 Ghana cedi.
Less than 24 hours to the game. No from the show musim dia. So what you say?
How?
Because like you're saying, if you had cleared this one earlier, you just tell them say, "Chef, Munko we di when I'm on some damn better for fra."
That's it. Qualify for the Olympics and take this.
Yeah. Because after a game we know they play the winner of Tunisia or Morocco. That's another huge game.
12 game.
Oh, but there's a likelihood you might play back-to-back World Cup teams. Teams I'm representing. There's a likelihood. Zambia Quaye.
Now Morocco so
and Zambia are also one of the teams that in last
the fastest rising African football
and they've learned a lot from the South African team. No. So I think with what you are saying, profound. Say they need to sort out this bonus issue in them
as quickly as possible.
So what you say before you know the question is not say Ojina pass or just to be this kind. It will be very very distracting.
Nana, remember Adeba Akone say. Yes, last time we to the phone we are spending some cabo ya. Qualification bonus. Player be a budget $30,000. Qualification bonus, including supporters. Everybody had additional money for staying in Ivory Coast. Ya kwa basikani yenye ntuya saski. Ya dembaika. Ya buy poni bi mama ya. Asem see.
It's funny, eh?
Only the one just say.
No, me it doesn't make sense to me, honestly.
No quick head you. Come question
I also reconsider the way they are treated because these women actually see the brightest. Yeah, can't see Ghana footballer. And man, they are really doing well. Nana, so what you see? I think say over the years, the way we've paid premium to the Black Stars, Nana, for some time now, the way we've paid premium to the Black Stars, I think equally so no.
Black Stars there, it's been from 2006.
Yes, and America said the way I pay premium, pam. Sometimes we talk about pampering them. Sometimes see whatever is good, Nana, we do for the Black Stars. Equally, we need to be doing same for these women. So as I say, because Black Stars can get a huge issue. Only say Black Stars, and about 3 games. About 3 games, the year 2 bonuses. Nana, it's going to be a huge issue. If it's the Black Stars, this will be a very very huge issue. In the Black Queens, what's good for the goose is equally good for the gander. So as I say, they need to be motivated because I don't see how they can qualify, especially after beating Zambia. If they beat Zambia, Nana, qualification is what? Is very, very high. So whatever we need to do for them to beat Zambia, Nana, we have to put these things in place. Imagine some Mukobo game. And I like when you raise, when you not light issues with air coso.
Yes, it's stadium. Light here, but they confirm free. NSY, I say,
not light issues.
Don't know, or I even to carry your co.
Well, and light issues. So, I think we need to pay premium to the women's team as well. Now, because in as much as we feel say Black Stars
say, coach, let's say you have a game at 5 p.m. there. Or so training our time now until say.
Of course, acclimatization.
No, that's just logical.
Acclimatization. Yes, anyway, big deal.
It's simple logic. 5 p.m. Only member, why you training? Usual, but yourself, you know. but was it?
I said, "Mama, great training."
Criteria the abano. I'm not somebody because the way I'm trained, you know, we always want our work. Yeah, Jumano. I have no idea.
They are doing patches also here.
I'm not doing more.
Pacho, I know probably me who are internet, no so say as a home bata blaster coach in some no.
I have no idea.
Oh, is that so?
True. Nana saw the remember. Be a catcher. I have no idea.
Now, I want to say, Udin bata. Are you surprised?
And you know because when you look at the criteria of the abano, I'm not somebody because the way I'm trained, you know, we always want our work. Yeah, Jumano ekasamaye. So I mean you be a near boastful and I'll be bizarre. So seriously, Nana, most of the sports journalists don't see the good work I'm doing. It's a fact I'm telling you because I don't talk. But yeah, there are so many radio stations. When you tell them bring 5 good players in the country, what more we do?
Really?
I only several. I never say. But that's it's because you know there are some industries you have to make a noise. Why your noise here? People don't see you. People do forget you. But there was a time I called one station. Until 5. Then when the bounce, hey, you know that is how it is. So that is how.
After what you've achieved in recent times, I
say 5 million yeah, more. We spend 3 million. So you are reverting back the 2 million to the ministry.
No, in addition to the 3, I'm budgeting 8.
But 8 no. 5.
Yes. It means not 3 so that say in the event some drew quarter final and semi final. It's scared that one can say 5 million, 5.1 million.
And what the 5 million put the more buy the coin. That is the point. 2 aka. Any who's come say 2 ni ya the aba. You be near from money, they are more simple. That is the most important. And you be there, more as the massa. Yeah, train and Quaye, they are not Bebli. Oh, Bebli FA, or Bebli Sports Ministry, or Bebli tickets of Kleku. They are basic things people need to address.
Okay.
I remember why I can't.
There be a number per exercise. Kaka. We'll find out from the NSA why they are owing this tune. But unim say, for instance, the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA. Okay. As of March last year, no the ECG come you kucho mukani.
GRA.
Whole airport. No the ECG car. $5,291. Customs, Excise and Preventive Service.
Hey.
The ECG car. Okay. And you know, state institutions owing ECG is nothing new. But it's become an issue because the Queens will need a facility to honor an international competition on Friday.
Yeah. And a crucial game. Crucial, Nana. A crucial. So,
but Nana, again, I want us to look at this thing closely. Say, floodlights we use, it's powered by a separate source, and yeah, normal lights we use.
I'm by ECG now.
Then we feel some of the way. And yet this on the gum.
Oh, this about. Who's on the diesel in the gum?
Because I know we are in Swatchemane Olympics. We were here in Israel, so we got this. So I'm trying to, at least for education sake, near NTRCE, say floodlight is so HC, say when so NASA also requires a different fuel, you can say source of fuel. So what you say? Near NTRCE.
Because I've heard several times, Sebia, Yabebo. And you may say Olympics for Chebi or Mama Casa Tomu
fuel. And I make person because say ye floodlights the anything. Yeah, just like can you yes or no?
Dr. Professor Jume's office can you who? The computer near Juma. Jobi Omato.
So me know of a Qatar office or you do no.
And I make say there's an alternative mechanism to still get power.
Yeah.
And that's to fill on better petrol good generator.
Yeah.
But say also no perene no Sunday isi jajo madi. Until they all no.
Wow.
So today
they're supposed to train, eh?
Say isi jan en reconnect here. Na Nora Hopton ne Maya no mo beto mo a. Say they are to fuel egu generator mo stadium. And that would be
in penifo tia yesterday already omoye hu bibi. May you sure say fiti enra ene no pay aya sam na yekese no. Ye penifo no betu one amount there but may you sure say anything na radio ni TV wo ho. We update a lot of people fiti enu me yakuso.
Right.
That is the issue.
Joe
Nana. Hey, nkofo ya say machine voter you. Machine voter ya nkofo dey ji obosan kaka kai. As a grad go people emu person say machine voter. Nana.
machine voter and the Zambia phone betimeti emu.
Eh, but say so there's a film wo kakra
Nana.
Nana. Machine voters say growing so we coach training na dia say we are talking about the fact say omo ya dia coach no is unbeaten na dia. Na say ye bebo home game na nyama we na eden. Edi kan. Emma asem ne kan edin. Nana, let me start off with 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. Any interview now grant here.
Your friend Kabute.
One no. 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. Kabute. E kan idin.
Ona sa akode de ne to nwom no.
Oh yeah sure. Asema okay na. On what basis ah?
𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. I'm see your friend Kabute.
The end of it say it about the say na Kabute na me person me nti ase de.
Ni kasa ne mama ne papa de to no.
Your friend Kabute.
Your friend Kabute. Na sa akode de ne to.
Oya dani. 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 din di Kabute. Charlie na you get kiss.
Oh.
Oh kiss.
Oh no, uni madu ejiri zongu. Ensuam.
There.
Oya ohini wo.
It's only Kabute na everybody do it.
Obama, mi ko chan Saturday.
Go.
In some form out to Audi.
Only say show the WO team.
Yeah.
Oh, but you see, I'm a bit. He made me feel a bit emotional when he said, "Say, Ghanaians do not celebrate him enough."
Which is true.
It's true.
But how many Ghanaian coaches they winning under 20 African Cup?
You see, once we be him.
And you know, Zito, I'm sure he'll be cursing COVID. You know why you'll be cursing COVID?
No.
When your chance and Kobo under 20 World Cup because of COVID.
Because and no cancel Sawi, no. It's true. Nana. But you even take a closer look at the Dreams job. And you do in that forms out.
Dreams blaze you almost to coach them to become that unit.
What him say the first day of Mutu Quaye, Echo Club African in their money zone game.
They show basa.
They show Mutu yeti and Sadan so Kaipa.
I do remember.
That was when we were coming from Sugakope.
Yeah.
You'd remember that Kotoko Legon City's game bina Yakoye no. And we all felt like, hey, na ebe yeni.
To see ana sharpy.
Because no, after 90 minutes now, say we're not media madiana ba and no late. Now we did the
African show me saying
2-0. And it came in the space 2-0.
But when a red card.
Yeah.
Dreams na red card.
Yeah. And goes the
Fabo na Jalilu go konya red card no.
Exactly.
But no cry it didn't affect Dreams in terms of defensive outlook.
Exactly.
They didn't concede even after
No. After Sat 2 no.
And those two came early in the
Very
game.
In America say goes the bantem.
Zito na what do you move?
No,
conditions back na John Enchina Chom say be ye munya with.
You see, and throughout they be America say, you see when you lead a team through qualification like this, Nana experiences now Gadano. Because I was there when they won their first game. Was it against Milo? Milo.
They're born across post.
They're born across post.
Very nervy moment, eh?
I'm telling you. That game ain't easy.
Yeah.
And right after the game, 5 minutes screen, I was interviewing him.
Yeah.
And the man was talking about, see how difficult it is trying to psych these players up. Ain't easy, sir.
Yeah.
Because the biggest, proud to that, the biggest tournament they've played, FA Cup final.
Relatively young players.
No, young players. And I'm looking at the average age of the team, a ball, a share, Lobito, 4-0, and it's 22.4 years.
And Krankwan.
22.4 years. Now, the average age of the team.
Their best player is 18 years.
Isa is one of the top scorers.
Yeah.
Or a joint leading top scorer in the competition.
Yeah.
So now to put such a team together and win 3 out of 4 games, oh no, they deserve more credit.
I think so too.
So anyone was a papa now, because if you don't blow the horn for him, He will carry the trumpet and blow it himself. Sometimes Okasa see, oh, who would say Pep Guardiola mono? Because when it comes to developing talent, we have few coaches like him. He understands what it means to develop what talent.
That's right.
You were mentioning Ubo 𝐿𝐏𝐻𝐒.
Yeah. Striker.
Look at Issa. No, look at Aziz Issa.
And a guy, when you maybe, 1 year ago, okay, Tim, I'm guys, 1 year ago, I told a top member of the GFA, Mundi, because I don't have his permission. Me calling channel, me say, boss, me want to create dreams so. I'm naturalizing non your gun. He just smiled and looked at my face. He didn't mind me. Yeah, me say, boss, me boy dreams so. Boy, any bono.
That guy is good.
Checking the age.
That guy is good.
You know what I mean? I was compiling my best players on the local scene. Okay, now me the coach be the ayadi. Then I mentioned the boy's name. Coach say, am I sure of the boy? I'm saying yes. And I'm Papa and say, Charlie, I've seen some boy at dreams. So I'm not surprised. Say boy no Benny for a friend.
No, throughout our campaign, he scored some crucial goals for them. Call away. Was it the Milo game? They played. He scored away from home. Yeah. In that Milo, almost 6 chances. He was the one who scored that crucial goal for them. And you rightly mentioned, say, you see, it's due to the fact that they've got a 27-year-old Ajimnim and a 31-year-old entry.
Experience.
And all cut him now. And you see, the team rests on the shoulders of some young chaps.
Maybe this guy will know this.
McCarthy is even 18.
I like this guy so much. But he said me Ishmael Dede. Very promising youngster.
Ishmael Dede, he needs to also on far any brave shame kaka.
Akwa we so lose form Sylvester
Simba was on your big crambo. Because if you are any Emmanuel Wenebo in Vivio.
On your friend Todd.
One on the heights, the power is shocking. Say, Osha dreams of a policy on the
Sani height na mwana born here born of form.
He scored a stunner also in one of the stunner. Team Nefi Sierra Leone. Calon FC. They played Calon. And in that game, he almost shares a standing goal.
But you know him, Bob. When I say unlock a 50-man provisional squad in home, Blast Stadium.
Wow. Because I'm looking at the team. McCarthy A18.
McCarthy has been playing at right back in recent times. Yeah. Adadeba McCarthy Obe.
And then I say, you've asked the question. Aziz A18. Now to put such a young team together and lead them in almost first ever stint in Africa.
9 points.
9 points.
From 4 games.
Now they need to win against Club Africain and see qualification.
But that game is also a big one.
It's a huge one. And it's a must win because
if Dreams get a draw,
a bedding, no, they don't have to draw.
Now, but true. Odisheba, Omina draw more qualify.
They do.
They don't need a draw.
They need to win.
You think so?
They need to win because they say no. Is it not
temptation? One because Rivers the Obesha Academic.
It is a baby Andrew no. 2 teams now cano. Obebono Dreams Obebono. Omina Bebo Academic Lubito.
Yeah.
So what you say?
Dreams must win.
They need to win.
Hey,
it's because again at the end of the year because Omo draw they'll be on 10.
And they are not guaranteed those points against Rivers.
No, not at all. Because Rivers the away game.
Aye.
So what you say? And I was watching Nation 2 hours harder.
It's obvious Rivers will score Academica away.
No, Academica baby the because Ford will losing now. So what and it's good say, you know, we are not realizing how important it was for Dreams to beat them home and away.
That's true.
And set the pace for the other teams.
That's right.
Set team no more here. Because at 9, say only way we so 9, Club African so 9. Club African the last game or ball Obito. So what they are here. So Dreams do not have a choice. They need to win. And then it will be huge for them because they say, you know, Osha currently 2023-24 FA Cup now, they are still in it. It looks like they are. Say, what's that? Nana, this is how standards are being set to. Now they are setting a certain standard for themselves. Say, this is our first time in Africa, and we need to what? Leave a mark. But then, even if we can do it consistently. Imagine a win against Club African, and what that will do to the players. Because after that win, it means Oma qualify. That win will take them to 12 points. And irrespective of what happens between Club African and Lobito or Rivers and Lobito, Nana, they wouldn't care. Because they know say a win against Club African, then I will take them to the top. But then let's look at the achievement of this coach, Nana. You know, when Ojane Duma ultimately say, see, you have every right to brag.
Yeah.
Nana, how many tacticians can do this dream job? Let's be honest with ourselves. Coach is saying that the dreams they do way more, man. Nana, in Africa, look at what they are doing in Africa now. We've seen some of our elite clubs that now go to Africa and they crumple. Maybe I cannot pressure na the idea na then I'm a web. But this team is still flying high. Even when in that qualification game, I'm share Calon waha. Gidi you feel so Calon for it. Nana, they went there and the ball come ball. And so far, throughout the qualification stage, their only defeat has been to what? Club African. And Azito is doing some good job.
Yeah.
And I think that he also relishes in Kwalano Okochi, because I think that sometimes he spends time with still belief one.
Yeah, many of the time.
Swati as here. And even that question of Miss Bao, you see, the guy knows what he's about. He knows his game. Because Anka Obi oh, now then Miss Bao boy you crown getting omba. But the guy also knows when psychologically a player is ready for an adventure. So sure, what he keeps saying is that the guy is not what? He's not ripe yet.
No.
Even Omo Okito Mwika, he calls them green ones.
Yeah.
Aziz Mo say they've taken the competition by storm.
Almost striker with me, your friend Van Dijk.
I can say. Or she'll go be some time back. I think he's been off the scene for some time now.
Yeah.
But they have a good team. And I like the consistency of Dreams FC. Because if they should retain the FA Cup again, then it means we are going to see them in Africa again.
Sure. As
they say, maybe there's a likelihood they might go all the way to the finals because of how they are playing. Now they are in the quarterfinals. But then they have to beat, say, Southern Sector and all 4 teams from Weno.
I'm sure the East
Sky
yeah, can't say. Sports Authority for this connection. Accra Academy to know I say almost off.
You trim.
Remember, the big one was the African Youth Championship AOG. And Africa Cramponi, what making history by leading, a team like Dreams FC, with all due respect, unknown team on the African continent, into the money zone of the Confederations Cup in their first ever attempt. Over sometimes, you are not celebrated enough.
Yes, it's a fact. Because Osha and an American, I didn't apply. No reasons. But yes, I have my reasons of work, but not because I can work, not because me doing it. But there's always a day for every person in life. Obia no you na okuta blaster. But yes, this is how it is. But it's unfortunate that this era you when the moment you are okay, let me be very factual. Those of us affiliated to PET, we are victims of circumstances. See, to be honest with you, look, I was here, one of the TV stations said
506367196. Uti Professor Mintanka on his role as the technical director. Sounds so what Black Queens in sense ahead of their game against Zambia. Ubetimi de wadrin chess so about Tony just sent me something, but I'm yet to confirm it from official sources. I see my case and so you're open to accepting Ghana's role as assistant coach. So we'll find out the authenticity of this report and then we'll get back to our listeners in due time. 055 00 555 22. Hello. 055 00 555 22. Start times. Ekoyemwa na edijumede bro. Hello. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Nana Darkwa-Gyasi. Nana Darkwa, unia de majana one kwa binya. Hello, Nana.
Ajana wa yetio.
Yo, Nana Darkwa, you better say. Kakra me can say, you better because the idea do no, bring aba. And many ya almost solve that problem. No, tell a bear, people deny say they qualified to the Olympic Games. You better. Almost say, not a bear because incorporate your training. You can't hear the way you have follow and the papa no. And yet, if you also my enemy, yeah,
Yes, that's it. Thank you very much for your call. Hello. Okay. I say, good morning, guys. Let me tell you the truth about the girls' bonuses. Nana, they will never pay the money to the girls because they'll never get. No. Hello. Yes, sir.
Another time, we have a call here.
Erade Adum Pachu Etio, sir.
Another time, maybe the champagne phobia. And another time, has demonstration course of now public as and Nipan also. Nipan also here, and Nipan, not near the moon, and message and a key, and he said, we have a demonstration for say, you know, and fire, but a message in the circle. And you know, the whole radio station, the whole crew on YS for 6 and above to back and look at it. Ubia can watch and the message, no, yeah. Now, a class for Sidion, you see a child like him. You see before the medium Muyakaka, Nana, I didn't mind you. Now we have my Friday, sir, almost at the African wine, and I just another one.
What's on?
Now, I'm going to charge you, Munaki, I think, MSC boss, yeah, and call me over here. But we are much with the moment I could give him up also. Oh, I can change manager Friday and upon another time I have the other time in Planaka.
Inti nyabuche neno aide na Ghana nim gu asa na wo nya den na afrim.
Na kwa ayo se Ghana nim na ngu asi o.
Ebi obi bisa se omo ya ne sa wo no emfaso be na de bebre wo.
O se Ghana no se be wo do anu ke bia se na ye ka ye George already no. Dem pa no mo ntie o. Ye money he no ade na yo mo pe. Intenu sia
Dabi, anya no kre. Se konya da o no mbetima akwa kotwa ade no nko mu ncha nkosi da e ko bobo no. Se na adwumbo ni na e ba otrimi.
And there are si ada ye to mu azia adani cat already. Se ye be se ngwa se ba sa ba wi.
An to mba kotwa ni aso.
Je o mu kotwa ni nto. Yo mu kotwa ni nto. O man kotwa kwa se de rita ho. Je o mu ucha.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Your point is well made. Ubetimi are joining in on 89.7 Max FM. Hello. Kolafia to all. Nana Max by. Mark my words. If the leaders of those who demonstrated make any move to meet the GFA, the result will be drinking of the thick tea and recipe of for disaster. This is Ghana for you. My name is Champion Live Boy or Best Dressed Ngwazongo. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Nana Darkwa.
Nana Bia Nana Darkwa.
Nana Bia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
1Z. 1Z.
The whole Tata Hills, the Pelbiano,
Pepe.
Nana, Ubodmo. What's one of them in house in the matter? Yes, you're for them. And the account, sort of here. And Nana, but what will be that? Who name it?
Debbie.
Who knew that we are another boy?
Aye.
I'm them who were Facebook, sort of here. Look at the one Zamana, over to last stage, you know, not from without kind of idea. The flying and come again.
I can't become.
And the come again to I don't know. Sort of here. If you are coming across a GF in 24, and the Ghana and 24 president to yeah, there's good guys to know. Yeah, I don't know what's saying. thought that the mom come for the BRC. Market for assistant coach for that star. You know, me tempo, me pepper. But I guess why that Market number 8, fine, our ball fine, but you know, I'm more Mukuamo, that star, correct one, Gadangano. Then I can't get the good and 9 and 9 and 5 in the it's not a program of more that study. That's how the year I press. Thought that the Omuba coach, Omuba thought not coach. So, that's the car with Yaba. Well, fantastic. I'm a teacher, I had the rooster. And then Papa had the rooster park at there. You have known about second car on a year. Then, why a better coach, you know? I want to ask another American boy.
I'm at Mutala Yakubu.
One a better coach, you know. Coach, one I ask him. You have a coach that.
Hey, come on, bro. Come on. Okasa ni huante. Okase obi yo papa to da na adwene na baby a. Kasa ni huante, and we apologize. Say obi ampe kasa na yemu yampe, and so we sincerely apologize and we disassociate ourselves from it. Agabus na kan nyanya. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. I'm a cramming in your dream. Into na me in free so.
Or no, only the boys in Bekasha. It is also my collection and Kunwa Black. I know couple for my collection of Washington Ghana. Or more, see, or more for more. Do they have a license? I had coaching. I know what for your license for. Boys, Mr. Omuhuna, you respect him. Was ex-footballers, you know, betting up a camp, I'm betting now, boys, Nakasa. Oh, Mama Ghana. Now, what would you know, my collection on any idea of a patch heading?
All right. Yes, so, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for your call. Hey. I see, Obi say, can the politicians delay their salaries like how they are doing to our ladies? Can the FA president delay his salary like he's there? Unfortunately, the FA president does not pay bonuses. One say also more team. Hello?
Hello, Nana Darkwa.
Opening.
Good morning.
Morning.
Pastor Danny, if I don't have president.
Danny, mommy, where there?
Yamia don't know where.
Yeah, that's in Yamin Shaw, Yeti.
Kaka Mokan, Pioneer boy, and say, if it's not a pussy by Ochana or Kaman Chicano. Omuntimi fa emawom serebe emani no kwano 5 pm na omuntimi enko wi ma ye na bi mu so life no asam so omumodi anu muntimi tia serebe ya fenu basi bia emre Ghana mana muntimi konpe kaka mo kan so different justice kwa medom or your office uti pa emishira mo ne juma pa mo ye amen.
That's it. Nyami shall be brave for one more call. Now ye dia ba ewe. SMS from Oyarifa. I've seen your message. I want to warn you, Josiah, ahead of tomorrow, no? Ask now, explain tomorrow. Somebody warned you. Hello?
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. Come and tell you.
Because any boy you muka for Blanca. Bonus never back. It's a penny strong. What in the canon, Sika, our one, although a year began yet, money does not do everything but a bois. If you began near almost 10 years, Sana Ubia near Patan ready a man. Bonus you want that if any neighbor is Yanka, a beggar, if you're strong. Almost said the Bia and then after Musen or Bia in Benny hand, now Edma, Edna Puma, I is my backroom. Madame, American family.
All right, Sammy. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Nyami show bia. Everybody who made it a point to listen to the show, we are grateful. Moi mosuso mutimi joining on Facebook. We are grateful. Nyami insha ubia na adum dumia. Echnebe Samba and Asian Koma Techno Mobile. Omokoye Mwani Dijumedi Brel Star Times. So Etayechi Enane Krakra. We are in the month of love and Max Buy is bringing to us the month of love promo. Shop at any Max Buy shop around you and enjoy amazing gifts Abra, yeah, the month of love promo no ebro. Your brands which say Infinix, Itel, Techno, Nina be yeah they call promo basis in this month of love promo. A bonnet that from Tonajo Achedie, you can get it anywhere than Max by Happy Life on Kamo and Tai Chine the Jumedin by. Yeah, that Karim Zitoase, Dreams FC coach say